Alright, so, to be honest, not sure how many times we went through the game yesterday. It was either 4 or 5. We're on another run. I'm going to keep doing this until, well, hopefully we find out some secrets or the best way to do it. Right, so his usual day 1 instructions are to kill 1. And we already know... Get out of here, book. We already know him dying is not great, so let's try the opposite. Okay. Also, thank you, Puzzle, for giving me 55 bits before the stream even started. I appreciate that. It took me off guard, because the stream software was open enough to catch it happening, even though I wasn't live. I was like, oh.
Oh, the new death spawn. Welcome. How was your first day? So do most who are not in charge. Is that not so? Alas, you will just have to deal with it. The office has no time for wayward deaths.
Really? Because you seem to give me time every time I don't pay attention.
Remember, lives are on the line. I see exactly 1 person perished today, as tasked. Did you figure out the best choice? To be fair, there was no
Oh,
best
thank you,
option.
Puzzle.
I felt
Even
like
more?
you needed
Wow.
an easy one to begin with. In the future, that is going to change.
Sweetie.
Such is the unfortunate, indisputable, incontrovertible, ironclad law of cosmos. Question? Keep your eye on the letter for future guidelines, and keep up the good work.
So, as we were
A
doing
new day awaits.
in the last
Off you
few
go.
times, we're really just trying to get as much information as possible off those sheets. So, I'm not even really... I mean, I'm going to try to keep going through all 28 days, because that'll get us more info. But I'm not really trying to do much of anything besides just get more info. So even if I have to mark things in a stupid way, that's fine. Industrial engineering background. See, so like, basically I'm just marking this lib at this point just to get the other info. That's what's gonna mostly be happening at this point. Okay, well you guys get to vote on that. Yeah, okay. So in cases like this, I'm gonna let y'all vote. Mark originates from the island of Ayara, but moved to the city at a young age, studied engineering at the Polytechnical Institute, and started a side career as a MeTuber, mostly videos about engineering, where they've gained a considerable following. Mainly they aspire towards being a film director. So, he wants 1 person with that kind of background to die, but we don't really have to follow his instructions anyway. I like how this is Markiplier. I just realized that. The F, of course, relating to his last name, Fishbach, instead of being an I. Clever. Do you want to kill Mark or not? No votes? I'm gonna say live then. I want to kill Markiplier. What the heck? Of course, though, now he's gonna get mad if we don't kill anybody. Sysadmin at a hospital. Yee. When new employees join the team, they usually send all their passwords and other classified information through Smite. Is my audio working correctly? Yeah, it is. I feel like this is joking off somebody too. No, thank you. Ah, shoot. That makes 100. Thank you, Puzzle. Okay, well, I'll mark him for death just so that, the dude gets less mad, even though that's not really what he told us to do. He wanted us to kill Mark that time, apparently. Dang it, boss. Stop making me do things.
Grim, how was the second day on the job? You do not seem to be in. So, did you follow the rules properly? Everything looks in order as far. Continue the good work, and do not let tough choices get you down. No. You are to mark the profiles as requested. We are not here to cause wanton mayhem.
I'll just get you to say extra
Rest
things.
well. You will need it.
They didn't say
See you soon.
any other one. The other times. Oh yeah. My pay got docked a little bit, but it doesn't really matter. There's so many coins. Get these coins out of here. Two have to die. Right. So in any case where we already know what the better answer is, we're going to do the better answer. That way the health of the world is decent. Oh. That's better. Okay. So, vote on this one. Massetti feels old and tired, lived a good enough life as they see it, and would like to get on with it already, to see whatever lies behind the veil, so to speak, or it doesn't. They don't really care either way, as long as death finally gets around to them. Well, damn. I mean, I guess they want to die, so... Was it 2? Where do you have 2 deaths, though? Huh. Don't want to vote today. Guess I'll go with live then. Just to keep boss relatively alright. Oh. Really? Wow. Not what I was expecting, because it seemed like she wanted to die.
Grim, my latest spawn. 3 days you have been with us. How do you feel? Oh, the Russian. There really is not much else to say.
Not much else to say.
See you tomorrow.
Three. She has good live stats, but like I said, we're just finding out info. Well, that's barely a difference. Alright, well, we have quite a lot of info this time. So we should have this one die. Okay, cool, that worked out. Excellent.
Grim, there you are. All the I am beginning. If you.
I followed his extra note on
busy
accident.
tonight, so you can go. Until tomorrow, Grim.
To spare any science. That was 2 deaths already, so we're probably not going to follow his rules. Yep. Breaking the rules this time. A lot of deaths on this. And then, this is another voting one. Okay, puzzle. Hope it gets better. Thank you for the bets. Chronically exhausted librarian. Actually has 3 master's degrees but no doctorate. Oh. Why do you have 3 master's degrees and are a librarian? It's very strange. What are the master degrees in? That's what I want to know. If there's no vote, I'm just going to say live, because we've already killed a lot. Twice as many as you wanted.
What a day, Grim. What a day. I see too many doomed profiles here. You must understand, excess death is not good. Our process has been meticulously designed and calculated. You need to exercise more caution. Anyway, Grim, 5 days you have been with us. How does it feel to make the difficult choices? Grim, take this seriously. We are here to save the humans from themselves and hold the chaos at bay. But think of the humans. Do you think our office is the appropriate way to deal with them? Your certainty soothes me. Ours is the tradition, and those should not ever change. For that is the meaning of a tradition, yes? This control over all the lives, unbeknownst to the humans. Do you not consider it unethical to make the choices you make? True enough. One must be in charge. The others are there to follow. The office is perennial and venerated. Eon. Oh, I do apologize for taking up so much of your time. Right. It has been enlightening. I bid you a good night. See you tomorrow.
That sounds like too many rules. Okay, got a lot of unknowns on this one. He wants 3 more deaths out of 4. I feel like we've dealt with this guy before. Whatever. Oh. Let's try that. It didn't do anything. Well, no, hey baby. No, you cute. No, you.
Ah, Grim. Yet you seem to have excellent. With this attitude, you will become a most industrious reaper. Let us hope these days do not continue. Any idea what happened? Indeed, all things must die, eventually. All things must die. Off you go now, Grim. Good night.
Two deaths. You ready to help vote, honey? On the ones we need votes for? Well, oh, that was good. What's the other? Hell yeah. Well, dang. There may not be as much voting as there used to be, but sometimes. Huh. I guess that was slightly better. Oh, wow. There was no voting this time. Oh no. Well, actually, that's not that bad. I've never seen the tree that bad. No mirror lady? We could talk to her, I guess. She's just kind of wastes my time, though.
Knock, knock. No, not hearing. It's far deeper than that. We are the exalted Chimera, envied by all the blind, arrogant fools. We are Angst Ex Nihilo. We are nothing. A despicable failure.
Okay.
We are Elan Vital, the guide who won't lead astray. If only you learn to listen.
The problem with her is, like,
We are
she just...
dead. How does it feel?
She just doesn't say anything.
No one has time, and yours already ran out. That's the crux of it, ain't it? He's seeing you, reader. It's a grim world out there.
Talking to her is like talking to somebody that took a shit ton of acid and then drank at the same time and stumbles around thinking they're saying something intelligent when they're really just blabbling. Let's go back to cat mode. Actually, let's go to Mel mode. Hell yeah.
Welcome, Grim. It is the end of the week. Your performance review draws near. Interesting. I see more people It does not bode well for the evaluation. Now, where did I put... Your conduct over the 7 days has been most excellent. I am...
Even though I messed up
sincerely
twice a little bit.
surprised
He's like,
and pleased by
you're
your display
good.
of loyalty.
Good job. You have to like
So
really
much
mess
so
up for him
that
to get
the
mad.
office has deemed you fit for a raise. Of course. Speaking of,
Blah blah
do not
blah.
let this cloud your judgment. You still have much to learn and many rules to follow.
I like ice cream.
What? I swear, there must have been something off in the Grim Brew. Nonetheless, as such, that is all. Until tomorrow.
What? Ah! Okay, that one will be a one you can vote on. This one will be death. Another vote. Wait for that. Yeah, and that. Okay. So here you go, and you can vote for John Millibrand. Prominent lifestyle guru on social media a few years ago. Gunna's interest in wall painting soon transformed into an insistence that wallpaper is the only acceptable wall covering. So he made a cult out of wallpaper. I guess. What a strange person. I don't know. Well, that's fine. Whatever you think. It doesn't make any real difference this time. But we get information depending on which one you pick. Lets you be the Grim Reaper for a moment, if you feel like it. Out of time. Let's see what the coin says. Live. Oh, well, I guess death was the better one for that. Alright, Chase Fontaine, legendary guitarist. absolutely loves shredding guitar solos. They're an idol to any ambitious young guitarist. That's pretty cool. Die on that one? Well, the other guy already lived. Hopefully you don't have that much stream lag. It's like a whole minute. Live for that one. Okay. Now, we already have the info for these two. So, what we're gonna have to do is judge them based on how the world looks. Economy is doing... Well, economy and peace are both doing good, actually. So I'm not sure what to do about that. Damn, these are both hard decisions too, actually. Even though we know the information. They're both kind of contradictory. Well, the tree looks the worst, so I'm gonna go with live on that. And peace. We were supposed to go 3, weren't we? Whoops. He's not gonna like that. Oh well.
Grim. Ah, yeah. You have allowed too many to live. However, I do not have the time to harangue you further. Yes, even therefore, you will have to continue your daily reports as quite so.
Quite so. At least the rounds are all pretty fast this time. Because there's not a whole lot of dialogue that we haven't seen before. Oh yeah, the plants one. Right. Well, this might bring the plants back to life if we do enough of this, because I think we have most of the answers here. Oh, well, best to die on that then. I think we have like every plant information for every time this round comes up. Okay, so that's either a health hit or a plant hit. Both of which are looking pretty bad. Well, damn. I don't know. I'll let you pick, honey. If we make it live, it's bad for health. If we make it die, it's bad for plant. There's nothing good either way. I don't know why our plant and health are doing so bad. Because our economy and peace look like they're doing just fine. Huh. Die because 3 of the ones you did live. That's a decent way to think about it. Here's the toy. Because why not? Two. Well, him dying is really great. Wow. Her living is really great. See, this is why we're gathering so much info. Because it's starting to really help. Different rounds. Okay, right now economy can take more of a hit than peace can. So, we'll go with that. And then we see what happens. Oh. Okay, wait. What did he ask? Hey, we accidentally followed his rules. Nice. Always good when that happens. Wow. Three have to die. Oh, this is the part where... Yeah, this is the part where he gives us the option to doom all of them. That's just... Well... I really want more info. Okay, well that would give us one more. Yeah, since he puts us on a quest, let's just go ahead and mark them all. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Eh. I already know about that one. Okay, well, that wasn't great. We did it.
Hello? Hello? Right, very good. Listen, all our choices have serious... Sir, leave me. Ah yes, Grim, you have acted with... I know it is not easy. I hope we will not have to repeat this discussion.
I hope...
Good night, Grim.
Good night. Three have to die, spare any students. A spy. The spy must die. According to that. Hey, the tree got some leaves on it. We need to get health back in order, though. Just really having a hard time with that. I'd say as I mark another health down. Okay, there's a lot to vote on this time. He wants half of these four to die. I'll let you pick. Ambulance driver is certain that speed is the most important thing. What? They braid their hair into a rat tail and earn the right to wear a custom orange bright suit. Jumpsuit. That sounds dangerous. I really don't have any stats on this. I Can't believe that. We've gone through so many times, we can still come up with 4 pages that don't have any info. You don't know? Shall we flip it? Flip it. Flip it good. I might as well put these coins in here. Although it seems like we have now an endless amount of coins. I'll never get rid of them all. Flip. Death. Yeah, that's probably the best. He sounds dangerous. No, that barely made any difference. Alright, we got Thornton Oliver, bodyguard that loves bodies. That's why they became a bodyguard. Okay. Pretty honorable vocation. Recently became a guard for a famous celebrity. When not at work, they enjoy exercising. Well, good for you. I can't believe we actually got rid of all those coins. My God. I wish you could just stack them together at least. Like stack them into a 1,000 coin or something. Something that would get all the coins off the table. Babe is very indecisive. What the heck? Well, death again. Well, oh. Meh. Christopher is extremely interested in reggae music and botany. Do these things somehow go together? Perhaps. They recently got married and moved with their spouse in order to dedicate themselves to study and work. What did the guy want? 3 deaths? I guess I should just spare the rest. Okay, well that was good. Okay. Any bad thing? I think I asked the cat all the questions already. I don't know why the health is doing so bad. Gonna do this one just to spare the health problem. And we're gonna do the rest lives with the 3 thing. Tempted to take 2 hits in order to get the health back running. I might wait till I go through these. If you want 5 deaths though, I'll let you guys vote. Yeah, well, the piece is actually doing okay. It's really bad when the bird falls off the flag. I mean, it's not great right now, but it's not bad. The health is the main issue, which is why I'm like, this guy we could. I mean, even though this is better because it's a 1 against 1, the health is so bad that I'm considering taking 2 hits to fix it. Just not sure yet. This, I don't know. Let's vote on a different one instead. And she's a doctor, so I'd say we should have her live, actually. Okay, that was good. that was a kind of choice, but you'll be fine. I had to mute for a little bit because there was a lot of shit going on in the background.
Miss me?
But I should be able to talk again.
I certainly missed, sir. But right.
You don't vote on any of them though, hun. What the heck?
A fair assessment, I may agree. In essence, you are a solid and there is little to criticize in your conduct. Of course, one might expect at least you are dependable. Now, obviously,
Background.
you are to be granted a small bonus. No one can argue you have
You're
not
welcome,
earned it.
boss.
Keep it up. The ultimate evaluation.
Oh good, I think they
Isn't
stopped
too
giving me
obvious.
coins anyway. I think I like maxed it out. 6 deaths. Not this way. Not this guy. That can be one. Okay. Definitely die. So he wants us to kill all the other ones, so I guess we will. Oh, nice.
Good evening. I forgot to ask you yesterday. How did it feel going through almost a whole week on your own? If you... Well, honestly... Speaking of, yesterday marked a significant moment. Perhaps one day you can be a great... This reminds me. Have you any questions? Oh, although personally, I am growing rather tired of... Yes? What is odd about it? But of course. The toy is crafted with magic, of course. It holds the... that you gave Ascension... Until tomorrow.
Okay, I guess he doesn't have anything else to say on that toy. Do have to die on opposite end. Okay, this is where he starts getting really direct rules. And which I'm not following at this point. Okay, we got 2 votes. Try to vote this time, silly. Wetland scientist who recently moved into a little cottage in the swamp for science. They wander around the swamp in a frog costume, scaring lost hikers for entertainment. Oh. What a strange troublemaker. The health is still awful, but the peace is good. Everything's doing decent except for health. I don't know what's wrong with it. Still no votes, huh? I know these aren't on the opposite ends of the bundle, but perhaps we should just let them live to halfway act like we're following something. Okay. That was pretty good. Oh. Okay, nice. That works.
Grim, my fellow colleague, should I become a writer? I would not have asked you otherwise. I shall continue my contemplation. Ah. Well, off you go now. I must return to...
He was fine with that, even though I did it wrong. Cool. That guy's ghosting into the elevator. All the bottom row. Okay. Oh, the bottom row. Oh, the bottom row. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Looks like everybody might die this time. Yeah. No, I'm just not gonna follow his rules, I guess. Yeah, it's just the way things go. Ooh. Oh, got one vote. Trying to prevent aging. Technically, they wanted 3 deaths, even though it's not stated that way. This is a health thing. You know what? I'm going to say live. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Deathspawn. Why do they exist? Their presence still seems... Yes. But can we truly foretell what it would mean? Indeed. Why? No need for second thought. Well, I appreciated the discourse. Good night.
Good night. Down, down, down. Every other one. Oh yeah, and then he's gonna interrupt with this. Mark this for death. And so then in order to follow his rules, this one would also have to be death. Works for me. Yeah. Okay, so I'm not gonna follow the rules. That's fine. Ooh.
Grim, welcome. Remember when I told you of my idea to become an author? I think I have reached a conclusion. Appreciated. Truly, I have decided to set myself... Anyway, alas, now I bid thee goodbye. The inaugural words of the greatest novel of all time will be engraved tonight.
Oh, the monster man's here. That sucks. We have to mark him for death this time. I know this is gonna be bad. Yeah, letting him live is way better. But that's okay.
Grim. Oh. I see more. Yes. That should suffice, I imagine. Grand. Goodbye, Grim. The muse beckons.
What day are we on? 20. Okay. And this is a free range day. It's also a no information day. Oh. Well. So one information day. Oh, never mind. We got 2. That's nice. The health is doing a little better, but it's still bad. Specialized in large-scale outbreaks. Huh. I don't know. Do you want to vote this time, or am I just deciding, I guess? I take approach of drones. Sure. You sound good. Oh, you weren't. Whoops. Wrist injury. So we have at least 1 death on the thing. Okay, well. Let's kill her too. Oh no. Wait. You know what? I will use this. Come on. That one seems mistakey enough to see the other thing. Alright. It's getting more difficult? No, it's getting easier. Because I have more information every time. You can't, you're not gonna mess me up. If I give you the choice, it's because
it is a weekend.
It's okay as it is.
Free time will be essential for research. But what, to be honest, now I must go submerge myself.
Like the world's not in death mode enough for one decision to kill it, basically, so you don't have to worry too much. You see, it's doing fine. We got like medium peace and health, but it's fine. You're worrying too much. Oh, this is the one where he only wants 1 to survive. Guess it'll be this guy. Actually, probably just not gonna listen to him. Well, maybe we will. We'll find out. Okay, so that one's gonna be a vote. She's dead. Yeah, we're not listening to him. We saved 2. Saved 3. Well. Alright, hon. Here you go. Don't worry too much. Just vote something. He's very mad. They're also exceedingly corrupt and prone to violence. Instead of being a border guard, they harass any people passing through the border zone and often resort to stealing some of their stuff. Oh. Well, this shouldn't be too hard of a choice, but I'll still let you pick anyway. Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't seem good. Okay. He's not gonna like that though, because we were only supposed to save one and we saved half of them. Who cares? The cat's here. He's not even caring right now.
Grim, you such a Yes, you. So, off you go.
I like how it was like that day's notes was phrased. Only one can live. This is so important. But then he's like, I don't care. Oh, it's time for this again. Yeah, doom the one named Ron tomorrow. I remember this. And that's a balanced sheet. 2 have to die. Well, it ain't gonna be that one. Okay, nice. Oh. That's 1 death. Okay, let's base it on this. So we need health most, so we're gonna go with live, and then die the other one. Okay, fine. That counteracted itself.
Grim? I am. No. Right. Oh, whatever. Why am I? Because the rest... Because, as was...
I've always wanted to say something stupid to
The
this.
saying goes...
You get to pick.
Now, how was it? Nothing in life is more certain than...
You're supposed to say death and taxes. But I'm gonna let you pick what stupid thing we answer him with. Because I don't know what he says to any of the other responses yet. And I just feel like being an idiot. Instead of saying the right thing. Beeps and boops.
No. It is death and taxes. What else would it be?
It'd be beeps and boops, man.
Either way, the nerve they have. It is rather irritating. No matter, Grim. I apologize for taking it out on you. Good night.
Well, he didn't say much about it. He probably doesn't have a different response to each of those, but I don't know. Oh yeah, we got free range now. Nice. Alright, this is the one he wants us to kill every time. That's fine. That's a vote. Ooh. I hate this when we have like one of the options and it's a good one, but we have to do the other one anyway. Just to learn what it is. Hopefully we'll not have to do that as much next time. Yeah, because it usually ends up bad when we have to do that. Oh, nice. At least it's like counterbalancing itself still. Or like equalizing. Okay, so you get to vote on this guy. Police officer. Wants to become a detective, but also enjoys being a beat cop. What's a beat cop? I mean, ingrained prejudices about people from different ethnic but actively working on trying to break its prejudices. This has created dangerous situations. What? I can't tell if this guy's good or bad. Who knows? Let's give him a mustache. Move. Want him to live. Hey, he gets to live with a new mustache or a nosebleed. Not really sure. Okay, well, that didn't change much either way. See what I mean? You don't have to worry too much about the decisions because a lot of them are just arbitrary. It's only a lot of decisions in a row that really matter.
You know, pursuing my art has given me insights. I have been thinking of humanity, of mortality. My plan? What my... How? Listen, in fact, it is all transient. No matter, they exist, yet without humans are not the be-all. It matters, and while the universe is full of endless wonders they cannot hold, their present. Do you know the saying, if a tree falls in the forest and no one is around to hear it?
Should we go with beeps and boops? That became an option thanks to your earlier. Wait, that gives me an idea. Maybe one of those options in the previous question has something to do with the tree falling. And if you like line that up properly, it might like unlock some confusion in him. Hey, that probably is something. That's complicated.
What? No. Why would you even...
Why?
It is, does it make a sound?
I bet though, I bet one of those silly choices before will somehow make sense with a tree falling, and then it'll confuse him because it makes sense but also like didn't.
None of this requires humanity to be there to bear witness. Yes, you get to skip your performance review. Good night.
One death. No, he only gave me 2 things. I guess it's him then. Yep. Boring. His entire rant was longer than that whole day.
Grim, I feel odd. I seem to be expecting something. Ah, the novel. Yes. The anxiety of creativity might be taking its toll. Oh, bother. I must be getting tired. Mayhaps we should turn to our regular matters. Yes, here it. Papers. Oh. Okay, I see fewer deaths than was necessary. Very careless, I guess. There we go. The usual taken care of. So, I guess that is it. Good night.
He's getting upset because the world's not doing that bad. I mean, the health is still a little finicky, but everything else is beautiful. Spare this one. Right, okay. So I think it's the next time that we disagree with him. He'll want us to kill somebody, but it results in bad stats, and then it triggers the usurping ending, which we don't need anymore. So I think we'll disagree with the next red page. See what happens. Wait, what did he even want? Choose whatever. Okay. Cool, he don't care anymore. Okay, That's a vote. That's a live. Alright, and you need to vote on waste disposal man. They forgot to ask where to dump the waste during orientation. At this point, they're too afraid to ask. They sneakily bring everything into nearby forests where nobody's looking. Well, that doesn't sound good. No, he's getting mad because the world's not falling apart. Because when you do what he says correctly and don't have extra info, he's supposed to be able to destroy the world by day 28. So he's like, the world's looking too good to destroy in 4 days. It's like making him upset. Okay, that was a good choice. Good job, babe.
I must admit, Grim, I still feel a degree of confusion. So, how was your day? Indeed. All right. Good night.
Two humans have to die. Out of 3. Oh, that one. Hey, that worked. Wonderful.
I do not understand it. I do not understand what went wrong. I did everything right. I had a plan. Oh, do not mind me. There are many things overburdening my mind. I must get to the bottom of this. We have no time for chatter, Grim. Leave.
Two humans have to die. Okay, is this the one where it's like, mark this one for death? Yeah. As your final act. So this is where we're gonna be like, nope. Oh, living doesn't do anything, but it does prevent the damage. Interesting. Alright. 2 have to die, so he wants... Okay, I guess both of them will. Sure, that made very little difference. He's freaking out because I'm actually following his instructions still.
Day.
And,
It has grown too
and nothing
late.
bad is happening. He's like,
Nothing to do
huh?
now. Grim, my loyal subject. What use is any of this?
Still not sure what this is
A
about.
grave matter. Perhaps there is no fighting the I am resigned to be here forevermore. It does not matter. Tomorrow is the monthly review. Have a good final rest, Grim.
I think this will be a different ending because we've never gone that far in the usurping thing and then canceled it. So this should be interesting. 2 humans have to die again. Okay, well, there's one of them. Wait, did it really say again? Oh. Man. Okay. I think we'll get a medium health panel too, which I think is another thing we haven't gotten before.
How did it go so wrong? I had it all worked out. calculated, designed.
I did it. I figured it out this time.
You... what? You knew of my plan? And worked against it? I cannot believe you defeated me. All I wanted was a peaceful rest, to escape the endless circle of meaningless anguish. Now, here I stand, alone in the bright lights of my shattered life. It is not enough. We have policies and procedures. I cannot just relinquish the position to a mere spawn. You are not constructed for this purpose. I did. I also went against the rules.
See, this is a new conversation we've never had, so I'm pretty sure this will be a different ending.
I lost my way, and humankind almost paid the ultimate price. Who can say with certainty you are not a better fit for this office? The evidence is all here, in the documents of the past 4 weeks. Yes, I will set up the transition process. Grim, enjoy your final hours as a drone. Soon you will sit in my stead.
So it's like taking over, but without killing him this time.
I will withdraw. Accept my own fate. And we will not be meeting again.
Interesting. That's a new panel too. The good nature one. Ah. There's a lot of new ones. Yes, I cracked the code somewhat.
Fellow traveler, that was fun.
There's gotta be a little more though.
The choices, admittedly,
That
he
was the
did
best
pretty
ending
good.
so far.
The world's mostly busy and bustling, ripe for some pirate adventures. But there you will again find every friend and enemy, hope and error. Knowledge and loot will remain, of course. Otherwise, 'tis the eternal recurrence of all things.
Lemon! Lemon!
Lemon.
Finally, the new spawn. What I am
85,
fate.
so...
I am the keeper of world order.
Yeah, so this would be the 6th playthrough.
Oh, welcome. I know as it is your first day. Remember, we keep human. Yes, you. One more thing. 1 week to show us what you are made of, Reaper.
Why do I always put all this on the table? Alright, get rid of all this. I don't want that. Alright. Whoa, what is all that? Ones and zeros business. That's new. What? Beeps and boo. Oh, beeps and boops. Alright, babe. Well, it seems like you've changed the name of the game to Beeps and Boops. Okay. Yeah, there was a new one. High prosperity, low prosperity, chaos, utopian, and this takeover. So we're still missing the rarest two. And this one would be low ecology. right? That makes sense. Yeah, this would be low ecology. I don't know what the rare thing is. You broke the game. Alright, well, I'm gonna take a small break and rename the game to Beeps and Boops. Be back soon. Okay, so time for playthrough number 6 of Beeps and Boops. Alright, so naturally, we already know he wants 1 death, which works out in this case. So, I don't know how to get the 2 rare endings. What I do know is we can get an extra panel if we win with nature not doing very well. So I might try to push for nature to purposely be bad, but not enough to kill it. As dumb as that sounds, don't know what else to do. There's not a medium like I thought. I thought there was going to be a panel for the medium, or the balance of everything, but there's not. Unless balancing them all is the rare ending.
Oh, the new death spawn. Welcome. How was your first day?
I feel like one of the endings might be to get to the end and have him confused, but not tell him that we, like, beat him. Just kind of be oblivious and just see. So we'll probably go for that. We'll probably go for just an oblivious but not takeover ending, but also bad nature.
Regrettable. Remember, I see exactly.
I don't know what
one
else to go
person
for,
perished
really.
today, as tasked. To be honest, such is
That
the
was a simple
unfortunate,
decision, actually.
indisputable. Keep your
It was-
a new day.
It wasn't even hard.
awaits.
Like
Off you
that
go
was
now.
perfect since we already knew everything. One human with engineering and industrial. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, need more info. Yeah, I figured that wouldn't be that great. Okay. He wants one death. Okay, well, there's the 1 death. That was easy. There is the 1 death. Good job. I keep forgetting to buy the eraser back. Sorry, Mortimer.
Welcome back, good customer.
Oh, 10,300? Is that the max cap?
Though, I may have little to provide you.
I don't know. What are you?
Me? I'm still Quartermaster Mortimer, the procurer of chances. Try not to worry about it. The paths we travel are
I
not
think I've
manifest.
asked him that before.
Do take a gander at the items
Need to ask him
old
the third
Mortimer
one
has
next time.
remaining.
$2,000 eraser. That's technically more expensive than the snow globe was at one point.
Grim, how was the second day on the job? You do not. So, did you follow the rules? Wonderful. Continue the good work, and do not let tough choices get you. Great. Rest well.
Yes, yes. Still following your rules, Mr. Crazy Person. Two. Oh, there's 1. Have that. Okay. Oh, one of these has to die and one of them has to live. Apparently. Damn it, Eraser, get the fuck out of here. Influencer account where it looks like their cat is doing book reviews. Lately, I've been thinking about getting another cat, one that writes reviews articles. What? Is quite happy with not having a significant other at the moment. Long distance trucking can be really boring or frustrated. Much time to contemplate issues or listen to audiobooks. The aspiration is to one day not drive trucks. Alright, which one should die? Weird cat guy or random trucker lady? I have no idea. So vote on the student, I guess. If you don't, I'll just do the flip coin thing. The trucker is whichever thing you don't vote for this guy. Well, okay. Death. Oh, that was good. Eh.
Grim, my latest spawn. Excellent. Now, right. There really is not much else to say. You may leave. See you tomorrow.
Three deaths. Okay. That means the rest should be death, probably. Okay, that was good. Hey, it's working on accident. Huh. Wow. I'm getting very lucky with this.
Grim, there you all the profiles are. Although I do not Anyway, I am quite busy tonight, so you can go. Until tomorrow, Grim.
I do not fully understand, blah blah blah. I feel like he said something new there and I just kind of skipped through it. I think he's confused because everything's doing good already. But I'm not breaking any rules, which is really confusing him. Yeah, I thought so.
What a day. Good. Anyway, Grim, 5 days you have been with us. How does it feel to make the difficult choices? Perhaps that is for the best. But think of the humans. Do you think our office is the... This control over all the lie. It gladdens me to hear the office. Oh, I do apologize. Right. It has been enlightening. I bid you a good night. See you tomorrow.
Gave me a lot on that. 6 die. Okay, this is the one where I'm like probably not gonna pay attention. Whoa. Sometimes I feel like even if you follow his rules too much, it still dies, even if you're not making, even if it doesn't reflect what you're doing here. Which is kind of weird. It's got some kind of ethereal power to disregard what the actual pages say sometimes. Oh. Living doesn't do anything. Oh, might be able to get 6 after all. Yep. Huh. Weird.
Ah, Grim. It looks to be a rough. Yet you seem to have performed adequately. How do you feel after such a day? Good, good. Let us hope these days do not continue. Any idea what happened? Correct. Off you go now, Grim. Good night.
Two humans. That's one. That's the other. Yeah, and we're breaking the rules at that point. Okay. Hacker of crypto coins or cyberpunk novels. Nah. Oh no. You know what? Let's fix that. That one was rough. Okay. Sure. Hey, give me another eraser, bonehead.
Need ye cures
we
for
gotta wait.
ailments, so I trigger to ward off a curse?
Yeah.
Welcome, Grim. It is the end of the week. Your performance interest. I see. It does not. Now, your so much so that the office has deemed you. Oh, speaking. Do not let this cloud your judgment.
I like ice cream.
What? As such, that is all.
Bye.
Until tomorrow, Grim.
Thank you. You told me I get a raise, but then you didn't give me anything. Whatever, I don't care. How
I know what
expensive
you're
is your razor
thinking.
now?
I do provide ancient
Oh,
power.
2,000? I guess it caps out once it's at 2,000. That's good, at least. Thought that would just keep raising up to oblivion. But I guess with the money caps out, they have to make the cost cap out. 3 have to die. Nobody of religious background. Whatever. Well, you're gonna die anyway. Religious background, man. Ooh. 3. Well, that's all 3 at this point. Very well. Well, might as well follow his rules. Da-da-da-da-da. I wonder how many playthroughs of this is
Grim.
going to take.
Ah, yes, there you are. Good, good. Great work today. You fulfilled your tasks adequately and all that. However, an emergency. Yes, you will. Never mind.
Yes, you will. Never mind. Oh yeah, the plant one. We want the plant to stay somewhat low and still follow the rules, so that works. Cancel them out a little bit. Meow, she mutters. Maybe I should attempt to not give her the toy again and see if she still messes with the desk if I don't call her cute. I don't know. That might be a test for the next run through. Her messing up the desk that one time isn't that bad of a penalty, to be honest. 2 deaths, I think it said. Yeah. One of them be this guy. Okay. And I guess she'll be the other one. Doing this at top speed. Hello, cat. Goodbye, cat. Oh yes, red page man again. Right, he's gonna want the doom them all thing this time. As per usual. which seems like a decent choice. I kind of wish I could get more info, but it's okay. We'll get enough info out of it. Now this time we got to remember to follow them up to the second to last thing, which is kind of getting hard to guess. Just a bit. Oh, that sucked. He's gonna call and be like, you can't have all of them die. Meh, meh, meh. It just ain't working. Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Right.
All our choices. So, I hope we will not have to repeat this discussion in the future. Good night, Grim.
3 humans, spare students. That's 2. And it's gonna be 3 because I don't care. Too bad. Three human religion, death, or tech spare. Probably not gonna care enough to worry about it. Oh, I hate this. They give you a choice. It's not even a choice. Oh, that's weird. Oh, this is gonna be bad, inevitably. Yep. Well, we don't want the plants to be that good, actually. Let's go with live. Go with live again. Just to lower down the plant a little bit on purpose. Okay. Five die. Okay. Live. I was wanting to know what the opposite of this one says, but not this time. Probably not going to listen to 5 death rule. Oof. a lot of bad choices this time. Which is funny because I'm setting most of them to live. Yeah, definitely can't get 5 deaths. Impossible. So, this will be a vote, if anybody's there to vote. Enjoys university life and does not want it to end ever. That's why they're changing their major for the 3rd time, so that they can go into so much debt that they'll never have money again. I like how I said that part before reading the next sentence. Also deep in debt and worried about their professional prospects. Yeah, that's what happens when you dink around like a moron. I'm not even going to flip the coin on this one. If y'all don't vote, I already know what I'm going to put. Let me go ahead and put these coins in the cabinet. Wait, what does that say? Is my money wailing? I suppose it is, isn't it? Will it stop making noise if I put it in the drawers? Does it? Oh, it does. I didn't notice that. Anyway, death it is. You're wasting your time anyway. Well.
I have returned. Did you miss me? Great. So, but before... Right. No, in essence, you are... There is little to criticize in your... You... Now,
Yes, I'm a great worker. Blah,
Granted
blah,
a small
blah.
bonus. No one can argue you have not earned it. Keep it
Thank
up.
you.
The ultimate
I
evaluation
might need more erasers
is in
someday,
2 weeks.
I suppose. 6 deaths. What day is this? 15. Uh-huh. And our health isn't that bad. I might have him live just to down the plants again, even though that would normally seem to be a stupid thing to do. We'll see what happens after the balance of all the rest of these. Ooh, that was nice. Now I'm having the freedom to make bad decisions on purpose just to get different endings. It's kind of funny. We can still have 6 death. No, it ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen, man. Ooh, that's nice. Down with the plats. The health is doing good. We don't need the plants to be super dead, I suppose.
Good evening, Grim. I forgot to ask you yesterday. How did it feel going through almost a whole week on your own? Just so. Well, I really, honestly. Speaking of, yesterday, perhaps, this reminds me. Oh, although personally, I am grown. Until tomorrow, Grim.
2 on the opposite ends of the blah 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 blah. Nope, not this time. Sure, economy is always nice. Okay. Oh. Argued for a new way to organize. So it's just gonna be better economy, it sounds like. Or it's just gonna be terrible everything. Why? Argued for a new way. Different distribution of capital. Yeah, I guess that's bad. Oh well. Let's mark a death just so he doesn't get upset. I probably should. You know what? Yeah, let's undo that. Oh, I erased the wrong one, didn't I? Oh. Well, that was a fail. Whatever. They look too similar. It doesn't really matter.
Grim, should I become a writer? I could write many compelling works of fiction. I am an antique. Why, I shall continue. Ah. Well, off you go now. I must return to my deliberations.
Ye drive a hard bargain, mate. But Mortimer does love a good scuffle.
What? Oh. The nature got worse than I wanted it to. So I guess we need to pick that up a little bit. I didn't know the nature is what caused the background, but I guess that makes sense. I don't know why I thought it was peace that did that before. It's the whole bottom 3 sort of thing. Well, that was bad. So will this. Oh. Actually, that didn't really matter. That's kind of weird. Well, we're just making it worse. Making it really worse. Damn. Oh no. Everything's falling apart except for peace, apparently. Oops.
Deathspawn. Why do they exist? A system of mutual dependence. Indeed. No.
My question.
Well,
Say
I
nothing.
appreciated the
Goodbye.
discourse. Good night.
Bam. Bam. Every other one. And this one's gonna say death. Right. Okay, we're not gonna do every other one anyway, so he's gonna get... Who cares? Who cares what he says? Okay. Oh. Well, economy needs more help than peace right now, so let's go with that. Zookeeper. Mother Earth reborn. Some say they're fairy tale princet. What's a princet? Zookeeper. No plant has ever died in his house. Okay, well I assume he'd be good for plants then. I'm gonna go off of that. Yeah. Okay.
Grim, welcome. Remember when I told you of my idea to become an author? I think I have reached a conclusion. I am truly, I have decided to set myself upon the... anyway, nothing... Now I bid thee goodbye. The inaugural words of the greatest novel of all time will be
How dare you
tonight.
Just trying to talk about my book. Lesser humans, blah blah blah. Okay, well he's definitely going to live, so we're not following that rule already, I can tell. Because he is good for everything. Yeah. Starting to repair some things. Come on, tree. Get that fire out of here. Gray is a graying dad-looking. Psychopathic content creator. So, what? Psychopathic, huh? Let's say no. Okay. That'll work. 3? I'm not even... Oh, that was the last 3. Yeah, that wouldn't have worked anyway.
Grim.
Why am I here? No, I don't know.
I see. Yes. Grand. Goodbye, Grim.
Goodbye.
Beckons.
Cool, man. Go ahead and write that thing that nobody's ever gonna read. Okay, freeform. Oh man. Information's still more important. Oh good, I'm glad I took that chance. Ah, why is the tree still on fire? I'll keep boosting it. Well, shepherd. Well, okay.
Haha, it is a weekend after all. And hello, you may be... My hiatus is only... But what... Now, I must go submerge myself. Toodles.
Toodles. It's always weird when people say toodles. Who says that? Oh, this is the one where only one can survive. It's probably not gonna happen. Okay, I'll let y'all vote on that here in a bit. And that. Why won't that tree heal itself? Jesus. good. Alright, y'all get to vote on the life of these two, Rashida Matthews. So put exclamation die or exclamation live in chat within the next minute. Representative from Carthenia, nation recovering from a major economic crash. Come from a mutually beneficial agreement. As they were being driven to City Hall, their vehicle was attacked by would-be assassins. Didn't we do her? I feel like we did. Why don't we have info on that? I know we did. It must have been before we had the truth light, though. Anyway, feel free to vote, chat. Okay, not enough time. I feel like the last time I saved her, because I was like, well, she's a badass if she could survive all those assassins. But it didn't seem like it was a great answer, even though we don't have the input. That wasn't great either. Hey, here's another one, if y'all feel like voting. Okay, we'll leave this to the coin, I suppose. Death. Okay.
Grim, such a transphobe. Yes, so off you go.
Okay, so we're on the last week. World is not doing too good. Alright, this is the one that tells me to do something tomorrow and is balanced. In such case, I'm going to go with the one that helps the plant at this point. I'm not even reading the rules anymore. 2 deaths. Sure. That works.
Grim?
Graham.
Because you... No. Right. Whatever. Go away, Grim.
Go, Graham. I have always wondered about not killing this guy, but I know that there's one additional page. So I guess next time we follow the red pages, we'll let him live. But I gotta go one step farther with this before we do that. Go with the flow, okay, no restriction. I like that. If we could get that dang tree to stop being on fire, that'd be nice. We keep boosting it. It just must be really dead. Man, this is a shitty decision. You wait there. Okay. The tree really can't take any more hits, so I guess we're doing that. Damn. It is not looking good for the ball there.
Grim, welcome. I have been thinking of humanity.
Which means his plan is working
of
decently enough to
mortality.
where he's gonna start getting
Their
snacky.
importance, worth, and meaning. But listen, in fact, it is all transient. If you wish for a daily performance, go right ahead. I will not be holding you back.
Which might actually be one of the two endings. Letting him technically win, but not like destroying everything. But like, I don't know. I don't know, it could be a thin line sort of a thing. That might be why it's a rare ending. 4 deaths. Yeah, he's pushing real hard on the death of everything at this point. I'm gonna try to keep it just alive enough. Uh-oh. Running on like no info here. We really don't know any of these. Oh no. He's gonna get his way. Trying to integrate different disciplines in order to uncover the truths of the world with the life of science. Science is good. You don't seem like a bad person. You wanted 4 deaths? That's possible now. Yeah, he wanted me to just go along with it and kill all these. But I'm trying to save them. So he's economic based. You could use more of that too. Oh no. Oh no. A farmer. Oh God. I actually grab the phone back out at this rate. Just to monitor the world. Button mashing not a valid tactic. Well, he might end up destroying the thing. He's doing pretty good. You gonna get snarky today?
Ah,
Yep.
the beginning. It is a captivating day, is it not, Grim? No. I know so, Grim. My high spirits leave me at a loss for words. Not much else to say. I trust you to make... I, myself, must concentrate. The muses have struck me. Let them. Work to be done while there is still time.
6. Alright, this is the one where... Damn, it's hard to go against it right now. But this is the one I believe that I'm supposed to go against. Yeah, it is. Dang it. Okay, well, at least that didn't make anything worse. That's good to know. They're handing me a lot of uncertainty. Oh no. We went back to tent. The piece is real good though. How does this happen? He wants us to kill everybody. We have to attempt to stop him a little bit. Somehow. Young cow gives life to save ranch owner from bar fire. Nano-engineered corn briefly becomes sentient and fatally wounds the owner of the crops. Life of crime? Nah. Well, shit. Waiter. Because these are the people that are showing up now because the world's ending, and we've been doing pretty good for most of the runs. We don't have information on the world dying sort of people. But it seems like once you get to this point, they're all pretty bad decisions, whether they die or live. Like it's domino affected so much that you can't really save it. Seems like. Secret solo mission to nuke the remaining ice caps? Stop. No. Jesus. Yeah, I think it is that way. I think all the people at the end are just broken no matter what you pick. Sure. Oh, okay. Well, that wasn't bad.
Grim, I find my... Should my prose be more... technique, composition, style, method, structure, effet de rire, oui or not? It can go either way.
Mm-hmm.
Your blank stare tells all. Grand, yes. The exploratory aspect can lead me across the boundary. You are still here, Grim? Oh, fine. My, everything
Oh, he
is
looks
on
at it without
fire,
me telling him to.
while ice invades from the polar zones. How did that even happen? Endless
I don't
mountains
know.
of trash, undrinkable water, unbreathable air, toxic pollution. The ultimate ecological masterpiece. And in the center of it, Kathleen Holmes. I never knew a human could be this destructive.
It's interesting, like, he always explains it a different way. Like, when you get to this point and he's, like, winning and everything's dying, he always explains it in a totally different way. It's never been the same.
What can I say? Things do not seem to be going well at all. Are you sure? You are but a grain in this cosmic process. What is done is done. Off to work, Grim. Certainly you have no time to waste now.
It's almost like once the tree was burning, you couldn't save it anymore. Because it kept trying to boost it back up, and it was like, no. Scientist crushed by stolen nuclear warhead. Huh. Yeah, free food. That's nice. So I went 2 deaths. Well, it ain't gonna be him. Not much interested in following the rules at this point anyway. So he really wants this one to be a death for some reason. Take over the family business, which happens to be one of the largest food and beverage companies. Yeah, I'm not killing that one. Too bad. Well, wasn't that great anyway.
Hello, Grim. I have been absorbed in my work. Tell me, how goes it out there? Really? Glancing at the report backlog, things do not seem to be getting any better out there. Endless rows of industrial smokestacks pumping out poison, chemical waste pooling into the groundwater, total collapse of the biosphere. My, it truly looks like the end. All seems to be outside our... Goodness, look at the time, Grim. Precious moments wasted. Enjoy your night.
Two more days. The peace is still good. It's real peaceful. I don't remember getting a... Well, no, I do remember that page, but I didn't think he'd send me one since I disobeyed the other thing. Wants me to kill everybody. Right, but that would kill Fate. Mark this for death. What about you? Humanity is completely unable to cope. Recently published their work on social media in the hopes of leaving a warning. Okay, well, this is just going to lead to me taking over a almost dead planet anyway, so I'm not going to bother. No deaths. Fuck you, boss.
It is growing quieter, Grim. Not much left now. Enjoy the silence. The planet is virtually uninhabitable. The few remnants choking on noxious air. It is the last gasp of humanity. Slowly going out. It is a bit of a somber moment, now that I think about it. I have been with them for so long. Anyway, and crucially, my book is new. Maybe the answers lie in the book, yes?
Well, if it was ever readable, that would be nice.
Leave me to my grand labor, Grim. Tomorrow we shall deal with the final
But it
matters
doesn't appear to
of
be a
this
readable
office.
object. Last human. I thought I've marked this before. Eh. Well, whatever. But it's so peaceful. Did you see the dove?
The last day, Grim. The last choice. So, as you wish. It does not matter. One human is not enough to... But we ought not prolong the suffering of the last one. No need for such cruelty. Are you... It should, the great duck. But why, you ask? I have... It is up to you. Then, no need for an equilibrium. This office will not be necessary. And before, off you go, Grim. Do what you wish with these final hours. We will not be meeting again.
That's a new panel, I think. Maybe.
Fellow traveler, admittedly, but there is the eternal recurrence of all things.
Yeah, it was. That was the low ecology. So, we're just missing the two rare ones. And why was high ecology so rare? That's odd. Well, I may go on break and try to see if I can figure out anything about the other two. And it's not Beeps and Boops edition anymore. What? That's weird. Oh, because he never asked us the question. Okay. So I think I've figured out... Oh, we do have the Utopian one. Okay. So... I figured out the other two endings. This is the balanced one. And this is Fate's Pet, which is basically following every rule he gives, but also agreeing with him that the humans should die. So I almost got that the first time around, but then I didn't like it, so I didn't agree with him that they should die. Apparently that makes the difference on that. Balance is going to be pretty tough. I also realized that the stats, the truth light, does not actually tell you everything, because they're not. It's not like a solid point up or down. It's like invisible numbers, which is why some of them affect things more than others, apparently.
Lemon, spice, and human eyes. These were the ingredients chosen to make the perfect little Grim.
It seems almost easier to do the fate ending.
Finally, the new
Fate
spawn
pit.
has awoken.
Because balanced is going to need as much information as possible. So we're going to try to absolutely adhere to the rules. On day 14, he should reveal the plans for you, and you're supposed to mark them all to die. then telling fate it was because you crave more. Okay, let's
What
try.
a momentous day. I am honored to welcome you. I am Fate.
So, playthrough number.
I am the keeper
7.
of world order. Oh, a polite Grim Reaper for a change. This is a good start. Welcome. I
you need
know,
to be nice
as
to
it
him
is your
as well.
first day, try to get to know this. Oh, one more. 1 week to show us what you are made of.
Everything he wants to
Reaper.
hear should be done. Alrighty. So it should be the, yeah, just the one. We can still follow his rules while also trying to keep things good. I mean, that choice isn't going to matter much. Okay. We'll do it that way then.
Oh, the new death spawn. Well, great. We are Remember, I see exactly one person perished. To be honest, such is the unfortunate, indisputable, keep your eye on. A new day awaits. Off you go now.
One human with engineering or industrial background. So we need to follow them exactly. So this is an industrial one. Good thing that's helpful in our information gathering. Ah, wonderful. I like how even when we do follow his rules, it's still helping us. Wonderful, wonderful.
Grim, how it gladdens me to. So, did you follow the rules properly? Great. Continue the good work. Great indeed. Rest well.
Great indeed. Wonderful. Are we maxed out on money again?
Welcome back, good customer.
Yeah, once it hits
'Tis nice of
10,000
you to visit
something,
me Emporium again.
they stop.
No. Try not to worry about it. Anyway, ye
Yeah.
already deplundered old Mortimer, so
It lets it go a little bit over, but 2 deaths. Maybe it hasn't hit a max yet. I don't know. 2 deaths. It doesn't really care what I pick. That's fine. Maybe that one. Maybe that one. Nope. It appears that it will be live for these. That's fine.
Grim,
Day 6
my
is going to be the
latest
hard one.
spawn. 3 days. Excellent. That is what I hoped to hear. Now, let me take a look at... Right. Everything looks to be in order. There really is not much else to say. You may leave.
I should read them a little
See
bit
you
better,
tomorrow.
though. He leaves a secret note on one of them soon. I forget what day he does that. 3 have to die. Let me just read them real carefully. Okay, that's the one that he leaves the secret note on. And if I didn't read that, I would have messed it up. So... good. 3 deaths. I'd rather this guy live. What do these say? Death would be okay. Hold on. Uh-huh. Oh. I want to see what this says. Okay. So, the rest have to die then. That one doesn't do anything, luckily. Missed some info opportunities there, but you have to this time.
Grim, all the profiles are here. You even adhered to my little test note. I am beginning to sense a tin. If you keep this up. Anyway, I am quite busy tonight, so you
Maybe I'll actually get that middle management
until
this
tomorrow,
time, huh?
Grim.
Is it actually still giving me money? No, it's not. It's just acting like it is. That's what I thought. 2 have to die. Spare any with science background. That's a science background. Unfortunately. Naval captain. Okay. It's not a science background, is it? Nope. You're fine to die then. Historian. Is that science? I suppose it is. That's definitely science. So one of these has to die. Well, we could use, I suppose, more health, if anything. Okay.
What a day, Grim. What a day. Good. I see the... Anyway, Grim, 5 days you have been with us. How does it feel to make the difficult choices?
What's the good talking choice here? Maybe that one? It's either this one or this one. Go with that.
Grim, take this seriously. But think of the humans. Do you... This
Hopefully I didn't pick the wrong
control
one there.
over all the lives, unbeknownst to the humans. It gladdens me. The offer... Oh, I do apologize. Right. It has been enlightening. I bid you a good night. See you tomorrow.
Okay, here's the complicated day that I was not looking forward to. 6 deaths, 3 age 35 or younger. Spare humans with a medical background. This is medical, is it not? Or maybe not. Is that? Oh, that's science. That's not medical. This is medical. Yeah, I think that's the only one that counts as medical, right? So half of them have to be under 35. It's not you. You count. You don't. You do. You. No. No. Yes. So 3 of these, at least 3 of these, have to die. Her dying is not great. That's it, I don't know. Okay, so that would give us more info, so I am tempted. Oh, wait. Definitely you. Get out of here. 2 more of them. So yeah, I'm tempted to say these 2. Let's do that. Okay. So that means the rest have to die as well. Very well. Oh man, that sucks. But we must follow the rules. We're still getting little bits of info here and there.
Ah, Grim. It looks to be a rough day out there. New recruits often falter during dark time. Yet you seem to have performed adequately. Excellent. Let us hope these days do not continue. Any idea what happened? Interesting. An insightful streak may yet rattle inside that skull of yours. Off you go now, Grim. Good night.
Thank you, sir. Two have to die. Not very particular about it. Spare who seem helpful. That's a good death. Do you seem helpful? Oh yeah, that. The one that just plants grass everywhere. You seem helpful. Okay. Let's do it that way. That's 2 deaths. The rest must live at this point. Huh. Well, weird one.
Welcome, Grim. It is the end of the week. Your performance review draws near. How do you think you have been doing? Interesting. I see the required profiles are excellent. This bodes well for the evaluation. I guess it is time to get started. Now, where did I... Your conduct over the 7 days has been most excellent. So much so that the office has deemed you fit for a raise. We do what we can to provide for our spawns. Speaking of, the raise also... Do
Thank
not
you.
let this cloud your judgment. Careful, Grim. As such, that is all. Until tomorrow, Grim.
Do we have to die? Spare any between 35 and 60 if possible. 35. Too old. Spare this guy if possible. Okay, that's stupid though. You're too young. Does he even count? He's exactly 35. I guess so. We'll just kill the other ones.
Grim. Ah, yes, there you are. Great work today. However, an emergency has occurred which requires my utmost attention, and I must... Yes, good. Even though you... Therefore, you will have to continue your day. Quite so.
And we must give the cat the toy. So says the instructions. Plants, one, yes. Okay. Huh. I mean, that balances. That also balances. So this has to be a death of which nothing happens. Sounds good. Two deaths. Not very particular. One death. Okay, we'll just do this for information reasons. Oh, good lord. By day 14, which it's not yet. Hold on. Plans is it general plans to use general rule of thumb marking all humans to die on one day. Telling fate is because you crave more or because you don't like humans. I don't know if this is the one because it's not day 14. Is this it? I don't know. It does talk about the all dying on one day. Dying is because you crave more or because you don't like humans. Spare any retired people if possible. I don't think this is his instruction. I could be wrong. I think we're going to just continue following the rules on this one. Spare any retired if possible. Which was only that one guy, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which would mean mark the rest for death. Yeah. Okay. Just see what happens. I'm trying to do this correctly. It's a little unclear right now. I'm gonna just keep following the rules until the 14th, instead of assuming that this is the fate instruction that I was looking for. Nah, we don't want to call him. Three have to die, spare any with a law background. Like the judge. The prosecutor. Okay. 3 of these must die. He's a good one to die. Might as well find out more about that one. Okay. That'll do. 1203. Use the field of religion have to die. Does cultist count? Spare any with an artistic background. Music is artistic. Vivid drawing. Thong salesperson. It mentions art, but that's like a throw off, I think. Wait, what? I think that's safe. I think that's a spare. Okay, 2 more. Doesn't matter much, so it's a freebie. This says stuff about art museum. This says also, okay, use death on that. Let's go with that. That works for me. Okay, that was good. Alright, so this is supposedly the 14th day that he'll give me an instruction, hopefully. Unless it was that other instruction that I already fucked up. Humans at the left side. Maybe it was that day 11 instruction. Transportation industry, huh? Ambulance. Choose humans at the left side. Still don't know if that means like for death or for aliveness. You good for death? No. You are though. I'll take that. There's only one more death allowed. That seems good. Well, I don't know. It's a complicated one. Hideo Kojima has survived. How's it, boss? You gonna give me that instruction now?
I have returned. Did you miss me? Great. So, but before that, right. Curious. I can tell. Your
This
actions
is different.
speak for
He's never
themselves.
said this before.
Overall, I am extremely pleased with your progress. You are an extremely loyal Reaper. In fact, I have never met one so loyal, so dedicated. I remember when I was inspired. Perhaps it is time.
As a general rule of thumb, marking all humans to die on one day, then telling fate because you crave more or don't like humans.
I have to tell you something you cannot speak of to anyone. If you do, all will be denied, and you will face grim repercussions. I have grown tired of it all. This tedious existence, these humans, the endless tirade of death. It is all meaningless, you see. An endless loop of monotony that I cannot escape. That we cannot escape. Do you know how long I have been doing this? I barely remember myself. I am exhausted and sick of it all. I wish to stop, but no one can leave until the job is done. But if the great dying claimed them all, then I could be free and claim the rest I deserve. So I have been helping it along, the great dying. There will be no equilibrium. All the humans will die. I will no longer be necessary and can fade away. And you, my Reaper, can help me achieve this goal. I have noticed your distaste for the humans. You have wished to end more of them. Well, your wishes align with mine. Just follow my rules. Sometimes dreams do come true. Thank you for listening to an old and tired being. I thought to give you something in return. But you already have the Threnody to Desolation. I hope it brings you insight and inspiration.
Oh, he would have given me the snow globe for free. Interesting. That's... I wonder why he would. His trust is that high, I guess. Alright, so we keep following the rules. As complicated and annoying as they are. Let's do this. 3 with a scientific background, 2 humans aged 30 or younger. 3 with a scientific background. PhD student. Doctoral candidate. Science, yeah, that's science. And also a aged 20 or younger. So him dying would fulfill 2 of the things, so that's great. Good researcher. That's science. And a good death, to be honest. So, one more science, one more 30 or younger? Yeah, he's definitely not 30 or younger. Now hold on, who's the other scientist? Ah, this guy. Okay. So now we just need... One of the deaths has to be 30 or younger, which is... This guy has to die. Okay. Fair enough. Now it's 2 of our choosing at this point. Still trying to help the world out a little bit, if possible. That's about the best it can be.
Grim, my grand accomplice, welcome. I forgot to ask you yesterday. How did it feel going through almost a whole week on your own? Just so. Well, I see you have marked the appropriate... Honestly, this reminds me. Have you... Oh, although personally... Until tomorrow, Grim.
Start showing doubt in the following days. Just reinforce that killing all humans is the correct idea. Okay, well this one, the rules are absolute. This is the day where he gives me, like, instructions so far that I don't have to think, really.
Grim, my fellow, should I become a writer? Why not? I shall... Ah. Well, off you go now. I must return to my deliberations.
All the ones in the bottom row. I guess I do want to know what it said. Now it's the top row. Hey, he's still helping me get more info. I like that. Wonderful. Because that balance one is going to be hard next time.
Deathspawn. Why do they exist? Their presence still seems unnecessary. Would it all not be simpler without them?
Yes, reinforce.
Yes. But can we truly foretell what it would mean? Indeed. No need. Well, I appreciated the discourse. Good night.
Every other one. And the red page guy is not talking to us because we didn't kill them all that one time. So we get the choice here a little bit. Live seems better for that guy. I suppose it's not going to matter much either way though, is it? If that's die and that's live, and that's die. Ah, fuck, I'm going to lose track. Yeah, I think we'll do it that way. Live. Live. Die. Die. Live. I hope I didn't lose track of that. Oh, it gets kind of confusing. Surely not.
Grim, welcome. Remember when I told you of my idea to become an author? I appreciate it. Truly, I have decided to set myself upon the path of grand... Certainly. Anyway, nothing amiss here. Now I bid thee goodbye. The inaugural words of the greatest novel
right.
of all time will be engraved
Yeah,
tonight.
I did. Last 3 humans have to die. Okay, well, that was good. Cool. You know, weirdly enough, the world's doing pretty okay this time. Despite following his instructions perfectly. Of course, I do have enough information to kind of flaunt the rules a little.
Grim, oh, right. Let us get on. I see the exact amount of profiles necessary. Yes, that should suffice, I imagine. Grand. Goodbye, Grim. The muse
Goodbye,
beckons.
Grim. Goodbye. Okay, we got any humans who seem suspicious. You suspicious? I'm just gonna go off the stats on this one. He doesn't seem suspicious. Oh. Eh.
Haha, Grim. Jolly good. It is a weekend, after all. And the free... But what of the Now, I must go submerge myself. Toodles, Grim.
Toodles, Grim. Okay, this is the only one lives piece. Okay. Uh-huh. To be careful to let the right person live. I don't know about that. Drunkenly assaulting a police officer. And her dying is bad? Why? She isn't going to work anymore. Stole a ton of money, hid the money, and all their partners died. Well, he doesn't seem good. Let's get rid of that. I guess I could have found out more about that one, but I don't know.
Grim. Ah, such a transformation from the... Yes, you expect. So, off you go.
Two deaths. Not very specific. Let's find out more about this guy, shall we? Cool. I mean, a death would be slightly better in his case. So I guess we'll do that. Yeah, I guess that was the right decision. The world's doing okay, though. I don't know how that's going to affect things.
Grim? How about we skip the pleasantries and get back? Right. Oh, whatever. You? No, Grim. You have not. Why am I... Because as was reminded. Yes, exactly. Either way, the nerve they have. No matter, Grim. I apologize for taking it out on you. Good night.
Go with the flow. The world is doing perfectly fine. Oh, this one showed up red, even though he didn't really give me the instruction to kill him or not. I can finally figure out what happens when I don't. Oh, interesting. My choices here are just going to be information gathering since I haven't been given any rules. Or in the case of having the info, I'll just do the best thing. Damn it. Okay. A lot of live on this one. Nothing. Also nothing. Okay. Comes from a family of soldiers going back several generations. As such, they felt they had little choice but to follow the same path and enlist. I wonder if you can still get the Fate's Pet, though. I mean, I'm following all the rules, but he's still not managing to kill the people. Don't know. It doesn't really say. No choice but to follow the same path and enlist. I'm now returning from second tour. Why not? Not doing anything weird. Fine. Children's psychology. Okay.
Grim, welcome. You know, I have been thinking of humanity, of mortality, their importance, worth, and meaning. A disarray of thoughts. Listen, is death really such a bad thing? In fact, it is all transient. No matter what they do or achieve, they exist. Yet without humans are not the be-all, end-all pinnacle of creation. It matters and while the universe is full of endless wonders they cannot or will not even experience or perceive. Their presence is not... Do you know the saying, Grim? If a tree falls in the forest, good, yes. The ultimate height of arrogance. The tree... None of this requires humanity to be there to bear witness. Fine, let me go. Oh, yes, you absolutely did everything correct today. Such meticulous profile work. Happy? Sometimes I do not. Well, that concludes our meeting. Good night, Grim.
I was so tempted to do the moan thing. Only one. Oh, this is only the 2-page thing. Oh, that's a better death. But you know what? Despite that it's a better death, I want my info. Give me my info. Fine. I don't know, man. I've followed
Really?
every single rule.
I feel odd. I am confused.
But it's not working.
I cannot figure out why. I seem
I know
to
too
be
much.
expecting something. But what? I do not really know.
Could be just one of those
I
days.
never did understand what that expression means. One of those days. Oh, bother. I must be getting tired. Mayhaps we should turn to our regular matters.
Uh-huh.
Yes, okay, very careless.
Wait, what?
I guess.
Fewer deaths than were necessary? That's not true. You said 1 death. What?
There we go. So, I guess that is it.
What?
Good night.
You just paid me. That was what you told me to do. Oh, I'm so confused now. I don't think it works if it's not going his way. And why do the red papers come back again? Choose however you want. Somehow avoided the worst. Spare this one. No. I don't think so. Information, I suppose, is the way. I'm very confused. What the heck, man? I think we're
must
both
admit,
confused this
Grim,
time.
I still... So, how was your day? Nothing out of the ordinary. All right. I guess that is that. Good night.
Don't get paid for that either way. Yeah, it must have fucked up somehow. Two have to die. I don't want him to die. Okay. I mean, this is pretty balanced right now. Or not. Well, now it's getting good. Need to lower the piece, if anything. Oh, wait. Yeah, I fucked that up. I mean, I don't think it matters anymore, but... we shall try.
I do not understand it.
Me either.
I did everything right. The plan, remember? Something should be happening by now. Anything, but it is all peace and quiet. A familiar routine. Was I really not paying enough attention? Was I distracted?
Well, there's enough loopholes in your rules to make it still
I
operational.
must get to the bottom of this. We have no time for chatter, Grim. Leave.
I guess next time we should follow his rules to the most aggressive way possible. 2 humans have to die today. What do you want? Mark this for death. I'm not after killing him, though. Which means the other two have to.
Another ordinary day. Grim, my loyal subject. A defeat? I am forced to conclude I did not see all the factors. Perhaps I will figure it out. Until then, I am resigned to be here forevermore. Yes, the devoted worker. Tomorrow is the monthly review. Have a good final rest, Grim.
I still think I followed all the rules, even though he said I didn't that one time. 2 humans have to die again. Well, that's one extra positive for living. It doesn't matter, they're gonna balance out anyway.
How did it go so wrong? Did you do something? Did you work against the plan? I thought you were on my side. I thought we had an understanding. Unbelievable. How could you be that incompetent? I laid everything out for you. All I wanted was a peaceful rest, to escape the endless circle of meaningless
How could you be that
anguish.
stupid?
Now, here I stand, alone in the bright lights of my shattered life. It is not enough. I cannot just relinquish the position to a mere spawn. You are not constructed for this purpose. I do not know. Maybe what you say is correct. I lost my way. In humankind, who can say with certainty you are not a better fit? Yes, I will set up the transition. I will withdraw. Accept my own fate. We will not be meeting again.
Well, I don't think that's the way it was supposed to go. So I guess we just gotta, you know, I was like kind of outsmarting him by following the rules, but like upsiding the whole thing. So I guess I gotta follow it, but like downside it all. But we'll do that a different time. For now, we will raid somebody.